Hello, everybody, and welcome to What's Up Wednesday. My name is Jared Gucci, and I am the founder of WPFixit.com. And I'm really excited about what I'm going to share with you today because it's something that a lot of developers and even some of you weekend warriors may do often when it comes to migrating your WordPress website, perhaps from one host to another, or maybe you're just duplicating a site to a different domain name or different location. And I'm going to walk through the exact steps to make sure that that process is seamless and easy to do. Just bear with me here. Let me shut this down so I don't get any feedback. Okay, so basically what we're going to do here is we are going to take a site that I have loaded here, and you can see the URL here is sandbox.wpfixit.com, and we are going to migrate that to another URL, which is dev.wpfixit.com, and I'm going to show you how easy this is, okay? And the reason I titled this Moving a WordPress Site the Right Way is because if you follow these steps and use the tools that I'm going to discuss, there will be no issues and you will have no complications. So let's dive right in. So let's go to our location site where the site currently resides, and there is a plugin that you need to install. The plugin is called Updraft Plus, and I've actually already installed it, but you can do this by adding new plugin, search for Updraft Plus, excuse me, and simply install and activate it. Once that's activated, you will have a menu option under settings where you can actually run a backup. Now, this particular plugin is my absolute favorite when it comes to backing up, moving, restoring, migrating, all that good stuff. The reason it's my favorite is because no matter how large your website is, how many files you have, this plugin will not skip a beat when it comes to backing up. Now, I know this for a fact because just recently we had an opportunity to migrate a website that was 15 gigabytes. Actually, it was over 15 gigabytes. And we used this plugin, and it did not skip a beat. There were no errors. And it's really neat because what it does is it kind of breaks up the downloads and the backup files into zip chunks and then puts them back together when you export them. So all that's a bit technical. The thing that you need to remember is the plugin works very well and will not cause any errors, as you will see sometimes with some of the other backup and migration plugins if the website is too big or if there's too many files. So on this first screen here, we're just going to run a backup of this site. There's going to be some options here, what not to include. Of course, we want to back up everything, so we're just going to run a full backup, and you will see it go through some stages here. This is a particularly small site, so we could do this live and make it pretty quick. But of course, if you had more files, it would take a little bit longer. So once the backup is completed, we can go into existing backup tabs there, and we'll see here that it has completed backup. It's backed up the database, the plugins, the themes, all of your uploads. Others are some setting files, and then the backup log. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to download that so we can migrate it to our other location. So if I click on database, it is going to look for that file. I'm going to click on plugins, themes, uploads, and others. The backup log is not needed in order to migrate, so you're not going to need to download that at this point. And once it finds all those files, you'd simply download to your computer. I've actually already downloaded all of these, so we don't have to waste time during this to do that, okay? So we now go over to our destination site, and if we log into the back end, this is actually a completely clean install of WordPress, and just to make it simple for this walkthrough. The plugin that we do need to install to make this happen, of course, is going to be the same one that we used on the original location site, and that is going to be Updraft Plus. And we'll just install it here because I don't have it installed here yet. You can just search for Updraft, Actually, we'll come in. Here we go. It's the second one here, Updraft Plus. We're going to install and activate that real quickly. Okay, activate it, and then we will have access to the options page under settings. Okay, so now when we go in there, we don't need to back anything up. We actually just need to import the backup that we created on the original location site. And so what we're going to do is we're going to hit restore, and there's going to be an option here that says more tasks, upload backup files. So we're going to click upload backup files. It's going to give us a nice little box where we can drop in our files that we backed up from the original location site. And I actually have those here on my desktop. Let me just grab those for us. Okay, so I'm going to take these 5 files. It was the database, plugins, themes, uploads, and others, and I'm just going to drop them in there. And you will see that it's already starting to upload. Okay, and what this is doing is it's actually creating a backup file on our new location website. Okay, and we'll just wait for the uploads here to finish. That is the largest file here. And once this is complete, you will see how easy it is to restore from this backup file, in essence cloning our original location site to our new destination site. Okay, so that is all complete, and now you'll see we can actually just refresh this to get rid of some of that dialogue there. Okay, so you'll see that here's our newly created backup file, which we just imported, and what we're going to do is we're going to hit restore. Okay, and a prompt will load up there, you can see it, that will ask you what you would like to restore. Okay, in this case, since we are completely cloning the original location site to the new destination site, we're going to actually select all of these here. Now, as soon as we click database, you will notice a little message comes up that is telling us if we would like to make this process easier, we can buy an add-on for Updraft Plus, which is a migration tool. This add-on costs $30, and it does make things a bit easier because it does not require you to go into your database and make a mild change. But I always like to, doing these tutorials, offer people the free way to accomplish what the subject is about. But if you do want to make it a little bit easier, you can buy the Migrator add-on, which will automatically make all the database changes when you run this next step here. But I'm going to show you how to make those changes yourself. Okay? There's also going to be some links on the actual blog post, which will be below this video once it publishes on YouTube, that you can find the walkthroughs on how to edit your database. And I'm always here to help you with that as well. So we are going to check all of these files here, and we are going to hit restore. And you will see that it's going to run through some processes. Okay, so all of the backup archive files have been processed, and we're just going to hit restore one more time. Oh, let's see, restore failed, so let's just let's delete the old configuration. Let's run through that one more time here. Select all of our archive files, restore, restore one more time, and okay, so this actually will display all of the files that were updated on our new destination site. And if we go back to, this is the look we're trying to achieve in this clone or this migration process. This is what we had before we started, and if we actually refresh, you can see that we now have an exact replica of the site from the original location to the destination location. Now, there is one last step, because what's happened is all of the URLs in the database are from the original location. So we need to make sure that we go into the database and change that. So most of you perhaps are working with a cPanel in your host, and if you are, that's great. If not, there may be a different path to get to phpMyAdmin, but essentially that's where we need to get to. We need to edit a few things inside of the database to make sure that all of our original location URLs are changed to the new destination URL. And again, that $30 add-on that you can buy from Updraft Plus will do that all automatically for you, but I want to show you guys how to do it manually. So we simply go into phpMyAdmin, however you may get there depending on who you use as your host, and you're going to want to go into the database of your new location site, okay? And once you get into the database, you're going to run an SQL query. And I'm actually going to post this below the video as well, but it's a very simple query that you would paste in here. And let me try to zoom in here. And you'll see here that there's two little areas that you need to change out. So this would be the old URL, which would be the original location URL. So I'm just going to type that in here. And then this would be the new destination URL. And what this is going to do once I hit the go button is it's going to search through every database table and replace all instances of this, which is our original location URL, to our new destination URL. And just want to make sure I got them right. Okay. Now I'm going to hit go, and it will show me here that there were a total of 7 rows affected in the entire database. And now if I reload our new location site and let's refresh one more time here. Okay, now all the URLs have actually changed to our new destination URL. So this is by far the easiest way to migrate or move or change locations of your WordPress website. And believe me, there are tons of plugins out there that can accomplish this, but what happens with the larger sites is that there are a lot of errors with the backup process, because it's really difficult sometimes, and it draws a lot of server resources to create these backup files before you can actually migrate them to a new location. And what I've found in my experience, and we're talking about, you know, not only me, but my team of people that have migrated and moved thousands of WordPress websites over the years, Updraft Plus has made our lives extremely easy, because we have yet to see an error no matter how large or how many files is on a site. So hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Hope it kind of shed some light on running through this process with little or absolutely no errors. And it's kind of cool to share this, although this is something that people actually come to me often to do for them. But I really wanted to share this with the community out there, and hopefully it's helpful. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to What's Up Wednesday. If you'd like to look at a full schedule of upcoming shows, please visit wpfixit.com/what's up, and that's WASSUP. We also are inviting guest presenters, which there is a form on that page as well to allow you to join us as a co-presenter and share with us something that can help the WordPress community. So again, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.